Hey everyone, today I want to review the business bootcamp that was run by the Futur. It was just concluded last week and I want to share with you my takeaways, how that went, and the big question, was it worth the money? So let me get started. A few weeks ago, perhaps a few months ago already, I had a video that I had a conversation with Chris Do. At the end of it, I told him that I was so enjoying and getting so much value out of the conversation. I want to keep working with him, but since Chris's time is so expensive, it's like $1,000 per hour, he said perhaps you should consider joining our new program, the Business Bootcamp. It'll be more affordable and you can get a lot of the knowledge that you need there. So I checked it out. Basically, it was a 7-week program that had modules around how to communicate with clients, how to price your work, and how to delegate work. And basically what I really needed help with was how to delegate work, because I'm at the point in my business where I need to start hiring freelancers, and I've been burned before, and so I wanted to learn from Chris how to do this properly. So that was kind of the main value that I wanted from this program. This program was bracketed into three pricing categories. So the most basic one was a $2,000 plan that you can just watch the videos. The format, actually, let me explain about the format of the class. So the bootcamp was every week there's a 2-hour live session with Chris that he's kind of presenting and teaching something, but also doing a lot of role play, and I'll talk about that in a second, and a lot of live Q&A. And then at the end of every week there's kind of a Q&A and homework session together with Ben and Matthew from the Futur, who were also on those live calls and kind of engaging with the people on the live stream. So to be on that live stream, that was kind of a $4,000 plan, and on the $2,000 plan you could just watch the videos. And there was like another super expensive plan, I think it was like $10K to hang around with Chris for a day or something like that. Good three pricing methodology to make all the other plans look cheaper. Well done, guys. Anyway, I chose the $2,000 plan just because I couldn't get on the live calls because of the time zone differences. So I'm in Tel Aviv and the live call was scheduled just when I'm putting my kids to bed, and so I didn't want to miss that. And so I took the recording, and I've been following kind of a day later or a week later on every recorded session. But let me just get started from the end. Was it worth it? It was like $2,000. It was the most expensive online course that I've ever had. And short answer is yes, it was totally worth it. I think that understanding how to run your business more profitably, so even pricing more correctly. I didn't actually join the class to learn how to price better. I thought I had this figured out, but I learned so much. And so understanding how to do that better communicate with your client and charge higher value for yourself because you're being perceived as a high value consultant, and also learning how to better communicate both with clients and with the freelancers. So learning all the delegation, how to write the brief, how to give the feedback. Those things I think are an investment that are going to help me scale my business and be much more effective, and so make more money and free up a lot of my time. And so $2,000, considering that, is a small price to pay. And so I really feel like I got so much value out of it. I was watching the video kind of like on two screens. So on one screen I had Chris talking, and then on the other one I was like taking notes. And if you saw the video with Chris, then you know he can drop value on you like super fast. So there was like presentation decks, and then a lot of the stuff it's easy to understand what he's telling you, right? But it's so hard to actually put this into practice. And I think that he also said this, a lot of kind of the pricing methodology that he was teaching was based on Blair, I don't remember what his name, but he wrote the book Pricing Creativity. And what he says in the book, that everybody's going to read it, but like 90% of the people who are going to read it are never going to implement it, because it's so hard to actually have those conversations with your clients, actually handle their objections and portray yourself in the right way, conduct yourself in the right way. And so a lot of the videos were Chris bringing on people from the audience from the live stream and coaching them live. And I think this was super valuable because Chris is a great coach, And I mean, I wish I could have been on the live calls and be a part of that, but I was just watching the recording. But I saw that the people, because he was teaching one thing that it looks really simple, but then 2 minutes later somebody's actually trying to practice it, even not with real clients but just with practice, and you see how hard it is to make those conversation and handle objections. Luckily for me, I had a multiple client meeting, like real client meeting, during the time of the bootcamp, and so I got to actually practice the thing that I learned with real clients and saw real feedback while I'm learning it, but also understands how hard it is. Now, one of the biggest, I think, most valuable thing about this bootcamp in particular, that there was a closed Facebook group that you could ask questions there and get help, and both like Chris and Ben and Matthew helped everybody there, and they were really open with everything. That I was open with my failures. People in the group were really helpful for one another, and so if you didn't understand something, it wasn't just like an online course where you watch a video. You got full-on support in helping you to implement that, and that was crucial. It actually really changed how I think about online education, because I was used to only video classes, and I'm actually implementing this idea in the Webflow masterclass that I'm doing right now. I've opened a closed Facebook group there, and I'm going to interact with everybody over there, because I think that was such an important and crucial part of the success of this program, at least for me, and so I think it's super, super valuable. The one feedback that I have, or that I was kind of lacking, was that there was no model to talk about generating clients or handling pipeline. So I think the assumption was that everybody who's coming into this course, bootcamp, and is willing to pay $2,000 or $4,000 for it, is at a position in their business where they already have kind of clients coming to them, and they're doing work, and they're working to increase their price and start scaling and delegating. So I think that was the audience that they were aiming for. So it's probably not appropriate for really beginner designers who are just starting their freelance and don't have clients. But I'm at the moment where in my freelance business, where I'm trying to create systems around also how I generate clients and create like an organized pipeline. And so I thought if there was a module around that could have been super beneficial for me, I think for everybody else. But overall, I think there were modules around communication, the mindset, which was so important. The first week was dedicated to the mindset, where I think many people throughout the weeks, I could see that they were still struggling with this, removing your limiting beliefs about what you can do, what you deserve, what you should be doing. And so a lot of how we handle client work and delegation and scaling and pricing revolves around psychological issues that we have around, creative people that don't feel comfortable talking about money and stuff like that. So overall, again, I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Chris and Ben and Matthew, for putting this together. I think this was it was a really fun environment to learn in. It was really beneficial, and I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know if this program is going to happen again, but I will put the link in the description so you can check out the landing page that I signed up for. I think Ben told me that they were going to actually take just the model from handling objections and make a course out of it. This was like an awesome model around how to deal with clients that are telling you stuff like, hey, you're too expensive. And it was really, really great. I started practicing this with my wife and taught her some of the techniques. It was really, really good. Anyway, please check this out. And the Futur are awesome. They're doing so much for education of the creative class. And so go support them. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.